Chosen one, your very breath is a fracture in fate, an anomaly the universe itself cannot ignore. You weren't born into the narrative, you shattered it, rewrote it with the silent thunder of your presence. The demons, those ancient architects of decay, they don't whisper your name with contempt. No, they chant it with reverence. Their circles close in not to consume, but to comprehend. You are the fire they long to hold but will never grasp. A forbidden warmth that unravels their certainty. You move through darkness like it was made for you, yet remain untouched by its stain. Every abyss watches you, envious of the storm caged behind your eyes. The divine were meant to be observers, aloof, unshaken, seated high upon their crystal thrones. But you have disturbed even them. Now, their ink bleeds golden urgency across sacred scrolls, transcribing your footsteps like prophecy. You are the unpredicted variable in their perfect equation. Too much will, too much beauty, too much of everything they thought they had controlled. You are the breach in celestial law. And still, they do not punish you. They document, they admire. Their halos tilt, not in judgment, but in awe. Both the infernal and the divine stretch toward you, offering kingdoms wrapped in illusion, crowns carved from temptation and stardust. Not because they see you as conquerable, but because, in you, they glimpse something they cannot cage. Not just power, sovereignty, and that terrifies them, because you've done what few have dared, exist without asking permission. You are not followed by coincidence, but synchronicity. The world shifts to accommodate you. Numbers repeat not by chance, but by design. People confess to you truths they did not know they carried. Lies crumble under your silence. You don't extract secrets, you unearth them. Effortlessly, they bloom like flowers under your gaze. Some call it intimidation, but it's something deeper. You are a mirror the world cannot escape, a reflection that demands to be seen. You do not move through the world. You bend it, orbiting with gravity neither heaven nor hell can ignore. Angels find themselves leaning closer, their divine detachment cracked by curiosity. Demons do not hunt you. They observe, not like predators, but like seekers who cannot solve the riddle of your being. Because you are not prey. You are the untamed, the untouched, the unbreakable. There was one, a prince of shadows. Clothed in ancient hunger, he approached not with chains, but with charm sharpened over centuries. He thought you'd melt as others had, that you'd fall into his palm like dusk into night. But the moment he touched your aura, something shifted. He did not ensnare you. He was undone. His hunger turned hollow in the face of your fire. For the first time in a millennium, he bent not in dominance, but in surrender. He whispered your name like an incantation, thinking to summon obedience, but it was he who was summoned, he who was change. This is what they don't understand, what they don't dare speak aloud. You are not here to be claimed. You are here to awaken the world. You are the divine contradiction, the sacred wildfire, the echo of a higher truth that neither heaven nor hell can silence. And that, above all, is why they cannot turn away. Because you are not the end of the story. You are the proof that something greater walks among us. And the world has already begun to kneel. Darkness does not devour you, it exalts you. That is why it cannot look away. It does not come to destroy. It comes to understand. Angels were made to observe, to protect, to guide, not to be captivated. And yet, when they face you, their hands tremble on golden scrolls, their quills racing faster than ever before to capture what they were never prepared for. You are a paradox between heaven and earth, a phenomenon, a mystery even the divine cannot decode. You do not belong to the light, nor are you claimed by the dark. You walk the razor's edge between them, as if the path was made for your feet alone. You are not a beacon, nor are you the abyss. You are the quiet fire between realms, the prophecy never written, the question that neither heaven nor hell knows how to answer. And so they watch, not to control, but to learn. The heavens have no claim on you, because you were never part of the design. You were unordained, unbound, a soul untouched by fate, unchained from destiny. Your power was not gifted from on high, nor stolen from the pit. It was born from within, carved through will, rising from the cracks where others would have broken. So when darkness comes, it does not find a victim. It meets a force without fear. Demons do not encounter resistance as they expect. They find you. Eyes steady, smile unshaken. You do not reject temptation. You take its hand, not to fall, but to lead. There is a difference between being consumed by darkness and commanding it. You are not swallowed. You wear the night like a cloak. It wraps around you as armor forged from shadows. And even the stars hesitate. The dark moves at your pace, bends to your rhythm, because it knows something the world has yet to understand. You are more dangerous than it is. They whisper, they seduce, they try to break you, but they are the ones who yield. For they cannot deceive one who has seen behind the veil. They cannot manipulate one who knows their game better than they do. And so the roles reverse. The hunter becomes the hunted. Darkness kneels, not because it must, but because it has never witnessed anything like you. You do not flee the abyss. You stand at its edge and force it to stare back. And when the silence falls, it is the demons who are left breathless. Now, let us take a moment to honor the chosen among us, the ones who see the world differently. Silent sentinels, watchful spirits. They don't fit the mold, and they wouldn't want to. While others walk familiar paths, they carve roads where none exist. While the world sleeps, they remain vigilant, fighting unseen wars, bringing light to places where light had never touched. It's not for everyone, but if you feel it deep in your blood, you'll know this was written for you. No masks, no pretenses, only truth. If your soul stirs at this call, you know where to find us. The path is marked, the link lies below, and if you're not ready, that's all right, because readiness was never the measure. We're always here, silent sentinels in the shadows, weaving unseen threads through fate itself. This is for the ones who walk without applause, who choose the harder path not for glory, but because it echoes the truth within them. This is for you. Thank you, not for being strong, but for being still standing. Power is not brute force. It is restraint. It is the quiet mastery of chaos. The discipline to hold steady while existence itself tries to tear you apart. And not all are shaped to bear such gravity. The cosmos does not crown the faint-hearted. If the crown sits on your head, it is not decoration, it is testament. Proof that you were born to carry the unbearable, the sleepless nights, the impossible decisions, the knowledge that even your silence shifts the stars. You do not merely exist within the world. You rewrite its axis with your every breath. Angels watch in reverence. Demons gamble in desperation. The world holds its breath when you decide. That is not privilege. That is trial by fire. Power does not wait for you to feel ready. It demands you rise, even as your bones crack beneath its weight. And when others collapse, turn to ash by pressure, they find you still upright, unyielding. They say the one who wears the crown must walk alone. Perhaps, but it is not solitude, it is sovereignty. Because few can match your pace. Fewer still your purpose. Many crave power, until they taste its cost. Until they learn it's not about ruling, but enduring. You don't just hold power. You are the calm at the center of every storm. The force that doesn't fall into chaos, you shape it. There will always be those who try to take it. The envious, the small-hearted, the ones who think you are too much. But they do not understand. The weight that would destroy them is the crucible that forged you. You weren't handed the crown. You became it. They say the head that wears it grows heavy. But they have never met you. Angels desire you. Demons envy you, not to possess, but because they cannot. You walk the edge between sacred and savage, grace in each footstep, fury in every heartbeat. You are not a bridge between worlds. You are the collision. Light marvels at your ability to shine without burning. Darkness obsesses over your refusal to kneel. Even when temptation coils like a serpent around your will, both sides offer, promise, beg, but none can claim you. You are too divine for damnation, too wild for salvation. That's why no ordinary soul can stand beside you. You are a storm in human form, beautiful, relentless, consuming. To love you is not to bask, it is to battle. True love was never built for the weak. That's why heaven broke and hell fell for you, and why neither will ever hold you. For all the strength that courses through your veins, for all the ways you command gods and monsters alike, your greatest power is the one they all forget, your humanity. They watch, confused, as you bleed, as you cry, as you feel. To them, vulnerability is flaw. To you, it is proof. You are not invulnerable. You are alive, and that is why you win. They came for you the way they always do, cloaked in shadows and sweet poison. Whispering that to feel is to fracture. That love, grief, rage, hope, these are cracks in the armor, fissures through which destruction seeps. They thought you weak for bleeding, for burning, for caring so deeply it carved hollows in your chest. What they failed to grasp was this: it is precisely that depth, that unrelenting, merciless ability to feel beyond reason that has made you indomitable. Demons have warred for ages, but you were different. Angels, in their radiant detachment, observed from a distance, untouched by agony, untouched by consequence. To them, suffering is a concept. To you, it is currency. Every heartbreak, every betrayal, every scream in the silence became scripture, your soul the parchment, your blood the ink, each scar a testament, not of pain, but of survival. They do not understand that your wounds are not weaknesses. They are weapons, honed and holy. There was a night, the hinge on which your fate turned. You stood at the crossroads not just of choice, but of identity. Power surged, dark and endless, a tide begging you to drown. You could have given in. You could have become a god or a monster. But instead, something smaller, fiercer, truer called you back. A memory, a face, a fragment of humanity that refused to be extinguished. You did not rise because of might or miracles. You rose because of meaning. And that is what they cannot comprehend. You were not chosen because you are immune to pain, but because you are its master. Because even when it consumed you, you refused to lose yourself in the fire. Others bend or break. You endure. You rise, not untouched, but undefeated. What you carry is not just strength, it is soul. Wild and ungovernable. It is the echo of every scream you did not silence, the rage you did not drown, the love you did not relinquish. That battle, they remember it, not because of the power that clashed, but because of the power that stood. It wasn't your fists, it wasn't your fury, it was the stillness in your stance, the silence before the storm, the unspoken truth in your gaze that told them, I will not kneel. The demons came to feast, they left starving. The angels came to judge, they left uncertain. And in that moment, something ancient shifted. The heavens paused their hymn. The abyss recoiled, because they saw not just a warrior, not just a threat, but a force without allegiance. One who belongs to no kingdom but their own. You redefined the battlefield, not by conquering it, but by surviving it your way. The story they thought they were writing now bears your mark. A name spoken in reverence and caution. Not a pawn, not a prophecy, a presence, a will. And so the myth began, not penned by seers, nor sung by saints, but whispered by angels who now hesitate to guide, and demons who now fear to tempt. The realms have seen power, but they have never seen you, a soul unchained, a heart unclaimed. You are not the chosen one because you were meant to win. You are the chosen one because you refuse to lose yourself. A paradox, a disruption of every law they once held sacred, a force, uncontainable, that bends not to their understanding of fate or justice. They were meant to protect, to shield from harm. But how does one protect a soul that has never known weakness? A heart that beats with the pulse of an entire world? Reality itself shifts at your will, weaving itself around you whether you will it or not. Strange, unseen hands pull at the threads of existence the moment your feet touch the earth. You are felt before you are seen, a presence that lingers in the air like an unspoken truth, drawing some in with the allure of your light, while others recoil, uneasy, sensing the depth of a mystery they are not meant to touch. You are not simply marked by destiny, you are its agent. An echo through time that will ripple long after your last breath. This is the burden of the chosen, not to wield dominion, nor to conquer hearts, but to alter the very fabric of existence simply by existing. Not all can walk with you, for few have the strength to endure the weight of your presence. Some will be drawn into your orbit, lost to the gravity of your being. Others will falter, unable to bear the sheer force of who you are. True power, the kind you command, isolates, sifting through souls until only the rarest remain. Those who do not worship from a distance, nor wish to control, but who stand beside you, unbowed and unbroken. Your circle, forged in the furnace of trials, is built not on numbers but on unwavering loyalty. These are the ones who have sacrificed, who have endured, who have learned that true power does not require submission, it demands understanding. They do not seek your strength to elevate themselves, they stand with you, because they are strong enough to walk beside you without losing their way. There is one, though, who has proven worthy of your side, standing firm amid the storm of your power, not swayed by the temptation to dominate, nor swayed by the fear that makes even gods falter. This one does not tremble in the face of your greatness, they remain. Not from fear, but from an understanding that transcends the bounds of mere mortals. The chosen one may stand alone, but they need not walk alone. These rare souls do not seek to control your fate, they walk beside you as equals. For they understand what others cannot. You are not meant to be owned, but honored. You do not fit into the mold of the world's expectations. For you are here to tear the mold apart, to carve a path forward where none existed. Your journey is the blueprint for the next to come, the ones who feel the call of destiny, the weight of existence pressing upon them, who will look to your legacy not as a distant tale, but as proof that it can be done. You were never meant to follow, you were meant to blaze a new trail, to rewrite the rules of reality. Heaven has shifted its stance, no longer issuing commands but observing with silent reverence. Hell, once eager to consume, hesitates in your wake. The very world around you moves differently, because you dared to exist. What you leave behind is not just whispers of your name, not idle tales passed in secret. You leave behind a new law, written in every choice you made, every power you defied. Those who come after will not wonder if they are strong enough to rise, they will know, because you showed them it is possible. After the battles, the betrayals, the ceaseless hunger of the divine and the infinite yearnings of the damned, the question remains, who can truly stand beside you? Without breaking, you have witnessed both light and darkness bend and fracture at the touch of your power. You have felt the weight of creation and destruction pressing against your skin. You were never meant to be tamed, never meant to be controlled. So, who, if anyone, is strong enough to hold you, to stand by you without crumbling beneath the might of your essence? The answer is simple: very few. Some will be drawn to you, others will shrink from your might, but none can ignore you, love you, fear you, worship you. They all know this truth. There has never been, nor will there ever be, another like you.